As the nation's agricultural backbone has been one of the sectors hardest hit by the Hurricane Melissa, the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, led by St. Elizabeth native Minister Floyd Green, pledges decisive action to prevent food shortages and modernize farmer registration. With vegetable and meat supplies under threat, the ministry is prioritizing strategies to soften the blow. Krystol Williams reports.
The Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, Floyd Green, says he has been working with the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, and the National Fisheries Authority teams to assess the extent of the damage within the sector. He says the fisheries sector has lost about 40% of fishing fleet as both infrastructure and equipment have been lost or damaged. The shortage of fish will be mitigated as soon as they are restored.
Some of our very active fishing beaches like Parity and Galleon and White House, Bluefields, all of those beaches are completely devastated. So in both agriculture and fisheries, I will speak to the costs. We had already put forward some preliminary figures, so we already know that it will be in excess of $20 billion.
The minister says that the government is considerate of the possibility that persons may have lost their fishing licenses or may not have had them in the first place. He says they are focused on the process of digitization, which started years ago, to update the ones they have on record and provide them for those without.
So one of the things that we will focus on is how quickly can we get those fishers that were up to date, that were already licensed with us, how can we get them back an actual copy of their license in their hands, which I've said to the team already should not be a long process. We have digital records now. It should be a process of just printing and redistributing those licenses. So,
in relation to the vegetable shortages being reported, the minister says most producers and retailers are focused on salvaging. He understands the demand for certain products does not weaken just because of a disaster.
So anytime you have a significant decrease in supply, then there will be an increase in prices. Clearly, one thing that we will have to do is tap into external sources in the short term. So we will tap into some of those external sources on the things that we know will be short. So we know that we've seen significant decline to things like cabbage, tomato, lettuce, carrot, those things that we consume a lot of.
In light of the recent reports of persons being warned against unsafe meat and poultry being purchased and sold, Minister Green says the Agricultural Protection Division of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, has been mobilized.
So the public health inspectors are out, our veterinary services division is out, and the agricultural protection branch, our police, are out, trying to stop these vehicles, looking at transportation, looking at abattoirs, looking at meat shops, trying to ensure that whatever they have sourced from bona fide suppliers.
He says the reliance on external sources will be short-term, as the Ministry of Agriculture would like to restore farmers back into production as soon as possible.
We will start a process this week of distributing things like vegetable seeds, fertilizers, chemicals to get our farmers back out there. A lot of these are what we call cash crops, short-term crops. So in a few months, they can be back up and running. We're going to focus on that.
Krystol Williams reporting for CVM News.